Hello, this is Shawn Bataju, and this is week 9 of backend web development for Promineo Tech. This week, we've updated some stuff from our MySQL project from the last few weeks. Let's get started to show what we have updated. First thing we did was got rid of the test connection we had, and we created a new project app and accessing the project user selections method. The project app is another class that we created this week. In this class, we have a list of operations, which will show which is a menu that the users can select from. It also has a process user selection method, which has a while loop with a switch statement with cases -1, which will exit the menu, 1 will create a new project, and if the user input is invalid, it will throw out error message. Also, for any exception, error message will be printed out. The create project will create a new project using the inputs from user. To do that, we're assigning either string, decimal, or int values to variables. And for that, we're using these methods. Get decimal input, which will get a decimal type, big decimal type input from the user. Exit menu will just return true after printing the exit message, which will change done to true, and that will exit out of this while loop. The get user selection method will call print operations method to print out our list of operations, which we only have one at this time. Then we'll get an input from user and assign it to the input variable, and then return that input variable. Our get input int input will call the get string input method to get the input from console and then convert it to an integer. And if there is any exception, it will catch that exception and throw a new DB exception. Get string input will just get the input from the console and then assign it to input variable, and then if it's blank, it'll return null. If not, it'll trim the input and return that. And the print operations method is just a method to print out our list of operations. The next class we created was Project Service Java, which has a new instance of Project DAO, which is another class we created this week. Project DAO has the actual transaction. So if everything is valid, it will commit a new transaction, and if not, it will roll back the transaction. The files provided for us were these 4: category, material, project, and step Java, and the DAO base.java class was also provided. In this project DAO class, we are making prepared statements, which is a better option than just appending or concatenating user input as SQL statements. This will prevent any injection attacks on our SQL database. All right, so that should be everything we created this week. Let's run this project and see how it works. So first thing we're prompted for is enter a menu selection. If we enter a non-number input like ABC, it'll throw us an error message. But if we enter 1, it'll actually let us enter the project details. So let's just type in an example for a project. So let's have project name install operating system, estimated hours 2, 1.5, 2, and install from flash drive. All right, so it gives us messages successful getting connection, and you have successfully created project with the following table values. Then it gives us the prompt again, and if we just press enter, it'll exit the menu and terminate the application. Now let's open our dbeaver to see if it actually populated our tables, and we can see it's added a new project called install operating systems with the rest of the data. So that's everything for this week. Thank you for watching.